Hi, I'm Pastor David with Declaration Church, and I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've just had to stay up all night and it's dark and it's cloudy and it seems like as you're getting into the night, as you're progressing through the night, that there's no end to the darkness, that it's just going to last forever. I've been in a few situations like that, but not just in like a physical reality, not just in our time and space, but I've been in situations like that in my life as far as circumstances in my life go. I've been through situations in my life where it was just a struggle and everything in life seemed to be going against me. Nothing seemed to be going my way. And in Psalm chapter 10, the psalmist that's writing this seems to be going through the same kind of situation, at least in the way that I read it. The very first verse of Psalm 10 says, "Why, O Lord, or why, O Yahweh, do you stand far away? Why is there so much distance between us, God? Why do you hide yourselves? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble?" And sometimes it feels that way. Sometimes it feels like God, if you picture him as a king and it's kind of a medieval kind of time and place, he has this castle and the portcullis is down and the drawbridge is up and he's completely isolated from what's going on outside of the castle. And sometimes it feels that way with God. It feels like he's far away. It feels like he is not aware of the situation that we are facing. He's completely isolated himself from us. And in reality, that's not the case. We see that in the book of Job, as Job goes through just a terrible, terrible dark night, that God is actually there in the whole process. He sees everything, and he brings an end to the dark night at just the right time. And it's the same way in those dark physical nights, just in living out, and if you have to stay up all night and you're looking for the sun and you can't see the sun, you don't see any light on the horizon, it's just dark and you can't find your way around, and it's difficult because it feels like there's no end in sight to the night. And just as that daybreak happens at just the right time, every single day, as the sun rises and breaks the horizon, in the same way, God will arise at the proper time. God's timing is perfect. He does not fail. He is right there with you. And while we might be calling out for God to do something, calling out for God to change things and not seeing anything going on, feeling like nothing is happening, not really understanding what's going on, God knows the perfect time to act and what should be done at that perfect time, so that we can begin to see that bright light of day begin to break on the horizon. We can start to see the end of that dark night and the hope of a brand new day. God knows the perfect time for that. And it's okay for us to call out to him. In Psalm 10, verse 12, we read that the psalmist writes, "Arise, O Yahweh, arise, O Lord. O God, lift up your hand. Lift up your hand. Begin to move on my behalf. Begin to take action on my behalf. Don't forget not the afflicted. Forget not the afflicted. Don't forget those who are going through difficult times, those who are struggling, those who are really in a dark night right now. God, don't forget us in this time." I'm here to tell you that God has not forgotten you. God has not abandoned you. God is not far away, even though he may feel afar off. He's not far away. He hasn't deserted you. He hasn't left you to your own devices. He is right there with you. And the best thing you can do is to find a place where you can just surrender to him and say, "God, I trust you. I know your timing is perfect, and I will trust you in this. God, arise and begin to move on my behalf." It's okay to balance those things, but to trust God in the middle of it all. I've been through those times in my life where it felt like there was no end in sight to all of the negative that was going on. Having been having left a job and then been laid off and struggling to find a work, and then finding work and it's not enough by the numbers, and things not adding up, things not coming together the way that you need to, everything seemingly coming against you. And in reality, God has a plan and he's working it out for his good and for yours. God loves you and he's right there in this process. And so I hope that this encourages you to continue to press through the night, continue to call out to God, continue to trust him, that knowing that his timing is perfect and that he will do exactly the right thing at exactly the right time, bringing that breaking light on the horizon of your dark night of the soul. Hopefully this has encouraged you today. And if it has, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell there so that you're alerted when we post new content. And continue your walk with Jesus, regardless of how your life is going right now. May God just bless you and move you forward in your discipleship today and make you a light to those around you, no matter what's going on in your life. As always, I'm Pastor David, and I'm out.